Hey, thoughts on these drones? Who the hell knows what's going on? But I've been paying a little bit of attention to it. I'm not getting super into it. I'm a UFO person. I've got my own pictures. I've got, matter of fact, I guess, but when you see this, it won't be up yet because I'm working today. I don't know, maybe I'll wait to post it till I get home so I could do it quicker. But I've got videos on it. I've also taken, that include pictures I've taken. I've got a really interesting picture of a UFO from New Jersey that was over the ocean one morning. I was taking pictures of the sunrise. I took 3 pictures in a row, and when I looked at the first picture, I saw like a dot at the top that wasn't in the other pictures, and it all happened really quick, and so I kept looking around. It wasn't there anymore, so it only appeared in one picture, which was weird, and I cropped it, and it's a bizarre looking thing. I think I can include it right here. At any rate, I'm paying attention to this, and I've got friends in Jersey, and nobody knows what to make of it, and the government's telling you not to worry about it, that it's nothing. And, you know, you hear some noise, but people aren't showing propellers like you'd see on a drone, and some of them seem to change shape. Some of them look like airplanes, but they're like not exactly correct. And they're staying up there all night long. That's another thing. I mean, there's only so much fuel or battery power, you know. And then other people are saying that they're coming out of the ocean and then flying overland. The thing is that the East Coast, northeast coast of the USA has always been a hot spot for UFOs going back thousands of years. So there's nothing new here. This Hudson Valley is a really big one. Now this phenomenon is happening in Britain. I'm hearing Germany. So I'm hearing a lot of other places. And I don't know what's going on up here. And Los Angeles just stopped for no reason in the middle of the road. So, and it's chilly this morning. It's like 40 degrees. Anyhow, I have some thoughts on it. A couple things too. One guy in Jersey, because I thought to myself, why don't people who own drones try to get them up there close to these drones to get a better look? Well, people have tried to do it, and from what I've seen, the guy will be like, hey, I had this drone fully charged, you know, battery, I fly it up, I got to a certain range, dead battery, drone comes down. So that's happening. Excuse me. Then I saw with decent lenses on decent cameras where they're zooming in on some of these lights, and they look very strange. They're like plasma in these spheres that are kind of changing shape and whatnot. So, and a lot of UFOs, if you've seen enough UFO footage, you know that they have the ability to change shape and morph and do these different things. Now, the ones I took pictures of, the one I just showed you could be like that, but the other ones that I'll put the link to the video and look exactly like flying saucers, like you would think they look like, from like a 1950s sci-fi film. So, look, I think that the world could be being visited by other beings from other worlds, and so that would make you think like, well, maybe there's different things coming here from different places, so the craft would naturally be different depending on where they came from. It's not like one group of beings would want to be coming here, and then other people think that they've been here all along and they're under the oceans and under the, you know, inside the planet. I think that's a possibility. I'm open to everything. I think it's all real, but I also think the way these things are, what they're doing, it could be a test. I believe they're coming. That's just what I think. And I was having these recurring dreams for a while where you get up and in the middle of the night, and it happened at nighttime and daytime in the dreams, but I went outside and everybody's out there looking up at the sky, and when you look up, it was these round disc UFOs, and you can see the colors underneath, the lights and everything. And I was having these dreams for months, several years ago. Very vivid. And I've been having premonition dreams my whole life. I dream something and it comes true. And, exactly as I dreamt it. And sometimes it happens the next day, maybe 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 years. It's just strange. I'm wondering if, what if they are the government and it's a test? Let's put these things up there and see how people react. Because nobody's doing anything crazy. Hollywood always gets it wrong. Hollywood has been trying to program us to be afraid of aliens, right? Beings from another world. But they've been here forever. We have the evidence of it all over the place. And as far as we know, they're not really harming us. I mean, abductions and things like that, that's an issue. It's a whole other conversation I don't want to get into. But I mean, they're not like blowing up cities and that sort of thing like they make it seem like in Hollywood. So somebody wants us to be afraid of them, but somebody is testing to see what the truth is. You guys might remember, it was, I can't think of his name right now, famous director, Rosebud. You know who I'm thinking of. Better than I do, probably. At any rate, he had that thing in the 1930s, that radio show, War of the Worlds thing that happened, and that people freaked out. They thought we were really being invaded, and it wasn't good, so that was a test. That was to see how people would react if they came. And in 1952, these things were flying for 17 days. They were flying over Washington, D.C., and, when they scrambled jets, when the jets got there, the UFOs disappeared. And when the jets left, they reappeared. What are you doing, man? You see horrible things on the road here. It's crazy. So, then 71 years later, it happened again for 17 days over a base, I think, in New Jersey. And now they're here now. So, I don't know. What I think it could be is that the governments are doing this all over the place to test how people are going to react when these things show up for real. Because right now, if people were shooting at them and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, well then, the real ones ain't going to come. You understand? I'm not saying I'm right about it. I'm saying this is just a thought. Because if they're there, you can't... See, in the old days, it was, well, I've never seen one. And so you think that everybody who takes a picture and posts it thinks that they're seeing things. You think that that's all BS. But now, you can't think it's BS because they're up there every day, all night long. So, you can't deny it now, is what I'm saying. We'll see what it turns out to be. All I'm saying is be cool, keep an open mind. Because here's the thing. If these are real, right? If they're, again, I'm not sure about this group of them, but if they really show up, if real ones are there, what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do. It would be stupid for our military to go attacking craft in the air that are not overtly attacking us. They're just there. Because if they're coming from another world, you have to accept the idea that their technology is far superior to ours anyhow. That's just how it is, man. So get used to the idea. This could be a real thing. And if you're into the ancient astronaut theory, it shouldn't necessarily be anything to really be frightened of, because they've been here all along. And when you really get into it, you learn all these things. So apparently, even beings from other worlds who have communicated, supposedly, with some people here, have said that the human body was created as a vessel for the soul, which is what you truly are, which is what they are. We're all the same thing. It doesn't matter. There's worlds in different solar systems, in different galaxies all over the universe. And when you pass on, your soul might go into a being on another world. Like, they're actually most likely related to us. We're like the same thing. They're just, the being that they are is in another form from another world that's more advanced than we are. And they could be coming here for a multitude of reasons. Now, I think one of the big reasons is, based on what's happening with weather and things like this, and the natural cyclical cycle of things. And if you look at Göbekli Tepe, a lot of people think that these animals on these columns, these T-shaped columns, they've surmised, this is a theory, that they're showing you the sky, the constellations that were in the sky at the time when there was a cataclysmic event that killed off a lot of the life on the planet. All right, this Younger Dryas period thing that happened. So it's a warning. And right now, we have the same thing going on in the skies 12,000 years later. So I think that our planet is about to enter into a position in space where we're very susceptible to bad things happening to the planet. Asteroids, comets, things like that. And I think that these beings could be coming here to help us. And even if you get into the Bible and they talk about the return of the Lord and the sky opening up and taking us up and all that, that's what it could be. I think that the Bible is full of UFO stories, personally. Jacob's ladder. I think angels are beings from other worlds. They put wings on them because they flew down here. I think Jonah and the whale in the Old Testament is really described like more like a ship kind of thing that came out of the ocean. So-and-so got into a flaming chariot that shot into the heavens, came back 300 years later or something. They're talking about UFOs. Ezekiel, the wheel within the wheel with the glowing eyes. They were describing technologies, it's just my opinion, using terminology that they could understand, but they didn't have the terminology to describe technology. So I'm saying, open up your mind a little bit and maybe try to accept this as a possibility, because it'll help with your sanity when this happens. Maybe it won't happen. It's just a theory. It's just what I think. And that's it. Think about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a great day. I'll catch you in the next one.